Welcome back to my channel. I am Sigourney Rosario, where I encourage individuals to boss up in their business, boss up in their self-love, and you already know we have got to boss up in our faith. Today's video, y'all, I am super excited for, because I'm going to be giving you the tea. I'm going to be giving you all of the gist of my new book, Queendom. So if you're interested, stay tuned and let's just go ahead and hop into this video. This is my second book, Queendom, the ultimate guide to self-love. And I kind of want to explain why I did the book. I want to basically do a flip through of the book and just kind of give you the inside scoop of how I came up with the concept and what the book is actually about. So I didn't want the book cover to be too much. So you see the crown, of course. Now when it came down to the crown, I did not want something that was too big. I didn't want something that was too large. I did not want anything that was going to take away from the book cover. So the crown is very simple, very sleek, very much, you see it and you notice it, but it's not too much. Next, moving on to the natural hair. It's the natural hair for me, y'all. It's the natural hair for me. Look, I had to anoint my hair with a little bit of olive oil, and I said, Jesus, look now. Make sure this braid out is popping. Make sure this braid out is popping, because it was gonna be on the book cover. And you know, if you have natural hair, kinky, curly, all that type of hair, it does what it wants. You know, it does what it wants. So for the braid out, I wanted something simple. I also wanted to kind of show my length, because my hair is very much thick and long and healthy. So I wanted to show a little length. So that's why I chose a braid out, because with my hair, with the braid out, it kind of, you know, give you a little bit of hang time. And so that's why I chose the braid out. The next thing you're going to notice is the makeup. Now, shout out to my makeup artist. If you ever in Cali area, if you ever are in Cali area, her name is the Glitz Bar on Instagram. Make sure y'all check her out. I'll leave her link down below. She did it. She did it. And I wanted it to be a natural look. I didn't want it to be too much. And I told her, just make sure my eyebrows are symmetrical. Just make sure them eyebrows are symmetrical, because one of them eyebrows, it just does its own thing. So she did that. The nails also are nude colors, again going back to less is always more. And then the dress was a statement piece within itself. And I just love the book cover. I love the way it came about. And then on the back cover is another picture of me again, and then you also see me in the background. It just describes what the book is about. Now, I was nervous to do this. I was really nervous to put myself out there on the book cover, because I don't really like too much attention. I don't want to have to put myself out there and, you know, be vulnerable to the world. So I had to overcome a lot to put myself out there and to really just push for the book. But I'm so happy that it came together. It looks amazing. I'm so happy that I went through with it. And for me, the reason why I did a self-love book is because I feel like there was just like this area in our social media crazy world that we live in, and there was not a lot of women who looked like me who were talking about self-love. Now, yes, there's a lot of videos on self-love. Yes, there's a lot of, you know, content on self-care and self-love, but I didn't feel like there was a lot of books on self-love. And for me, when I was starting my journey on self-love, I didn't see not one book who was gonna help me to, you know, get my life together. And my whole story and my whole journey with self-love is that I've been to the bottom. I've been to the bottom, to the bottom, to the bottom of the pit. And so for me, I really and truly started my self-love journey, I want to say around 2018, 2019 is when I really started taking my self-love journey serious. And by the grace of God, I've been able to get to a healthy place now. So that is the reason why I created my book the way I did. Not necessarily to put myself out there, but to portray minority women and queendom and bossing up into your life. And I know that for me, I didn't see this. When I was starting my self-love journey, I didn't see a woman who looked like me produce a book and talked about self-love from the spiritual aspect. And because I didn't see it, I became it. And so I'm super happy that the book cover came together. Everything looked classy, everything looked chic, and y'all, the book cover, it says it within itself. It says it within itself. So let's go ahead and hop into the inside. When you open up the book, I of course wanted to go with the black and white theme. Again, less is always more. And so I wanted it to be chic. So the next part is a dedication to the queens who may actually purchase the book. And essentially what I'm saying is just like a love letter to them. Encouraging them and letting them know that I've been there before. And if I can get through it, you can get through it too. And then we have the table of contents, of course. And then another thing that was really unique about this book compared to my first book, Puzzle Pieces of Purpose, is I included pictures. And every single picture I hand chose. And I also included prompts in this book as well. Let's see if the camera wants to do its job. Come on, camera. There you go. So I also included prompts in this book as well. And every single prompt that is in this book, I hand wrote. Like, everything was all me. So the first pillar of the book is the spiritual pillar, and that's basically me just talking about how to boss up into your journey with Christ. I feel like that was the fundamental value of the book, and so that definitely had to go first. The second pillar is the physical pillar, and as you can tell, this woman right here is a Hispanic woman, and I felt like she was just serving. She was just giving what needed to give, and she portrayed to me just boss vibes, and I love the elegant and how she looks. I just loved it. I loved it. And again, this book is for minority women. I know who my target audience is. I know who I'm called to reach and who I talk to when I do these videos and when I produce content. So I definitely wanted to include the Hispanic side of me as well, but also just to speak to minority women in general. So the second pillar is physical. We're talking about working out. We're talking about eating healthy. We're just talking about the power of meditation and all that good jazz. And then the next pillar is the mental pillar. So this is the pillar where I discuss all things mental health. My background is in psychology, and I absolutely love talking about mental health. And I think that in the minority community, there's a lot of people who struggle in their mental health, and there's not an open space for it. And so I actually really enjoyed writing that part of the book. The mental health pillar was really fun for me. The next part is the social life. And we have my African queen. Again, the minority woman is all throughout this book. She is smiling. She is giving life with the head wrap. She portrays happiness, and I just love it. When I saw her picture, I was like, yep, she going in this book. I don't know who she is, but she going in this book right here. And so in the social aspect, I talk about setting boundaries. I talk about social media. I just talk about just really and truly having good people around you, having good family, good supportive friends, just good vibes around you, and the importance of that. The next chapter is the financial chapter, where we discuss all things investing, all things saving your coins, saving your money, investing in yourself. Actually became debt free. I think 2 years ago I've been debt free. That's crazy to think about, but I basically tell you what I did to become debt free. By no means is it set in stone. By no means am I saying that you have to do it, but just giving you some tips on how to become debt free and how to basically organize your money. And then the next part of the book is knowing your worth. So this is part 2 of the book. Different subtitles of self-love and self-care. So we have the different women right here, again playing into that role of women empowerment. And the first subsection is knowing your worth. I have African queen, another African beauty, black woman, and she's serving, y'all. She is serving, and it's so elegant, and for me it just represents strength. And so I talk about knowing your worth, knowing how God views you. And then every single subsection, again, has its own sub-chapter. Don't know if the camera wants to do, look, come on now. There we go. So this is the second part of it, and it just talks about how God views you. And it's a subsection of knowing your worth. They also include the daily affirmations, and then different parts for you to write, just to express your feelings, get it all out on, paper. And it also includes daily affirmations for every single part of the book. The next woman I chose was a Indian woman, and I really loved her because I just felt like she was so classy. Again, I wanted the woman that I chose to be in their natural element, to be in their culture. I wanted the pictures to portray the culture of that woman. So you see the Indian woman in her, her gown and in her, her jewelry. You see the African woman in her head wrap. You see me with my natural hair. So I really wanted to portray minority women in their element, not really commercialized, but in their element. The next part of it is a Asian woman that I chose. And also on the side of it is the self-love menu, just different things that you can do to show your self-love. Conclude the book with a self-love prayer, again, that I hand wrote. And it just basically is my prayer for every woman who reads the book. So that is the gist of the book. That is my second book. I'm super happy. Now I'm going to be showing you, if you do order an autographed copy, how it's going to look, how it's going to be packaged, and the idea behind it again. How the book will arrive. It is in gold foiled paper. I also have business cards as well that I include in the packaging. I also included some thank you cards for every single person who purchased it, and this is where I write just a personalized letter for them. This is my favorite, and these are just the bookmarks that I created. Look at how cute they came out, y'all. And then on the back of them are affirmations, and then just my social media platform. I'm super excited to share this book with y'all. Autographed copies will start January 17th, and it will be through January 28th, my birthday. And so after that, you can purchase the book off Amazon. But I just wanted to give, you know, autographed copies to those who wanted an autographed copy. I know people love that personalized touch, and I am just so grateful for the support. I am so grateful for the support, all the love, all of the DMs that people have sent me, all of the comments, the likes. I am just forever grateful. And if the book helped one woman, one woman was touched, if one woman knows her worth, I've already done enough. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for, again, the continued support. And autographed copies, again, will be available January 17th through January 28th on my website, www.sigourneyrosario.com. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.